Hello everyone, happy Saturday. It's time for your second helping of weekend trivia with Doug at the Tualatin Public Library. Back in the building for you today to read you off 2 more rounds of trivia. 8 questions each. As usual, let's get into it. Round 1 is kind of a mixed bag, you could say. Have a little bit of everything for you. Question number 1. What modern sport grew out of the ancient Thai sport Muay Thai? What modern sport grew out of the ancient Thai sport Muay Thai? Okay, number 2. What kind of gem is El Corazon, which is romanced in Romancing the Stone? What type of stone, or what type of gem rather, from Romancing the Stone? Number 3. In what non-Spanish speaking city would you find the Spanish Steps? Where are the Spanish Steps? And it's not in a Spanish-speaking city, just to make it more confusing. Okay, number 4. What part of the eye changes shape in LASIK surgery? What part of the eye? Okay, number 5. What would you use to walk the dog, rock the baby, or pop the clutch? What would you use to walk the dog, rock the baby, or pop the clutch? Number 6. What organ produces insulin and glucagon, the hormones that regulate blood sugar? What organ? Number 7. A bronze statue of whom stands at the foot of the steps to the Philadelphia Art Museum? A bronze statue of whom, and I'll give you a tip. It is a fictional character, stands at the foot of the steps to the Philadelphia Art Museum. Okay, number 8. What skyscraper's exterior ornaments include radiator caps on the 31st floor, hood ornament eagles on the 61st floor? What skyscraper? Okay, round 2 is called Spooky Stories. Perfect for the middle of the summer. Here we go, number 1. When Mary Shelley was challenged to write a ghost story by Lord Byron, she produced this book, written by Mary Shelley. Number 2. The inspiration for the Incredible Hulk comes from this novella by Robert Louis Stevenson. Number 3. Hillsborough's Laika Animation Studio created the film adaptation of this Neil Gaiman spooky story. Laika adaptation of this Neil Gaiman story. Number 4. Which Edgar Allan Poe work was adapted by The Simpsons in its first ever Treehouse of Horror episode? Which Poe work? Great episode. Number 5. This science fiction horror series was a hit for Netflix when it debuted in July 2016. Sci-fi horror on Netflix. 2018, Jamie Lee Curtis has appeared for a 5th time in this horror movie franchise. In 2018, she starred in this 5th time in a row horror movie franchise. Number 7, Mount Hood's Timberline Lodge was featured in the film adaptation of this Stephen King thriller. Mount Hood's Timberline Lodge. Number 8, a gang of supernatural investigators named their vehicle the Mystery Machine in this long-running TV series. Okay, so there were the questions. Go ahead and take a break if you need it. I'm going to go right into the answers, so pause the video, whatever you need to do. What modern sport did Muay Thai inspire? Kickboxing. In Romancing the Stone, El Corazon is an emerald. The Spanish Steps can be found in Rome. LASIK changes the shape of the cornea. And you would use a yo-yo to walk the dog, rock the baby, and pop the clutch. The organ that produces insulin and glucagon is the pancreas. And at the foot of the steps to the Philadelphia Art Museum, you can find a statue of Rocky Balboa. And the skyscraper with radiator caps and hood ornament eagles is the Chrysler Building, of course. And spooky stories, Mary Shelley wrote this ghost story, Frankenstein. and Robert Louis Stevenson novella Dr. Jekyll, Mr. Hyde. And this Neil Gaiman spooky story turned animated stop-motion film from Laika, Coraline. And the Edgar Allan Poe work adapted by The Simpsons in their first ever Treehouse of Horror, The Raven, of course. And the Netflix blockbuster sci-fi horror series 2016, Stranger Things. And in 2018, Jamie Lee Curtis appeared for a 5th time in the Halloween franchise. And the Timberline Lodge was featured in the film adaptation of Stephen King's The Shining. And of course, the gang of supernatural investigators that cruise around in the Mystery Machine, Scooby-Doo and Friends. So there you have it, 2 more rounds for you on this wonderful weekend. I hope everyone is staying safe, having a good time, and I will be back next week with a bit more trivia. See ya.